Hi, I'm still Cheryl Forrest Morganson. It is still too cold outside, but it's getting better. We're going to hit 40s in a couple days, and as I am stuck here for the moment rehydrating my respiratory system via old school pot of boiling water, I figured I'd do another mini lecture. Now, again, this is aimed primarily at people who are community theater members. Professional actors and professional singers will have already gotten this information. This is going to be old news to you. Previous lectures I've talked about have hinted at, okay, you've decided to audition, now look in the mirror and see, what do you see, what can you reasonably play? And then the thing that's going to go on my tombstone of walk into the audition room with your music in a binder. Between there's a lot of stuff to consider. So think from my previous lecture, there's what you can reasonably and truthfully portray, and then there's what the musical calls for, and that's a Venn diagram, and the overlapping area is still likely going to have about 1.5 million songs that you could choose, and so this little video here will kind of address what happens next. First and foremost, you should have, by this point, watched the musical somewhere. Generally, unless it's a brand new piece, you're going to be at least able to find some clips of it on YouTube, if not stream it somewhere, if not, whatever. Please choose legality. I'd prefer that. If it is not online in video format, at least please listen to whatever cast recordings you can get a hold of. That's a very basic thing. You should never audition for a show without having done that. Ideally, then, you come in with an idea of, oh, I'd really like to be Roxy. I'd really like to be Velma. Again, thinking that many of you who might be seeing this are going to be auditioning for Chicago very soon. The next step I want you to do, after you've watched the musical in whatever format you can get it or listen to it, is to write down some, adjectives, phrases that just pop to your head. Don't overthink this, about the character you want. Now, again, so think back to that Venn diagram of there's what you can portray, there's what the musical demands in terms of like vocal production style or musical style. Now we're going to add a third circle, which is what do you want to portray via this character? Now this is, again, as with everything involving auditions, we can get very, very granular. I'm going to try to keep it as basic as possible because I'm trying to keep these videos short. First question, is this like a romantic lead? Okay, so then you're probably going to want to bring in a ballad that shows how winsome and lovely you can be on stage, or endearing and lovely, but like something where we all sit there and kind of go, I want to watch this person fall in love. If you're an antagonist, if you're a villain, you're going to bring in a very different song. And obviously, good musicals don't just have romantic, lead, antagonist. I mean, I guess Disney films tend to have that. There's generally more complicated things going on. And this is where, you can get really, creative. And please think of it as creative. Don't think of this as, I have to find the perfect song. No matter what, the perfect song for you is going to be something you can walk in to the audition room and deliver confidently and walk out and feel good about yourself. If anything I say leads you away from that, disregard everything I say. I would so much rather see someone walk in and nail Star Spangled Banner in a given style, or, heck, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, whatever, rather than see someone come in with a piece that fits them like, it's like a coat that's 2 sizes too small. It just doesn't work for them. Okay, so you've got your list of words. You figured out, okay, in the context of this musical, maybe what space dramatically does this character fit? You will often hear of character pieces, which I admit, when very first time I heard that, I thought, they're all characters. What's going on? No. So there's like, romantic leads and, perhaps antagonists or villains in other contexts. If it's a character piece, that's generally code for it's quirky. Those pieces tend to have a lot more speaky stuff. Think the funny best friend, and sometimes the funny best friend is the lead, right? That kind of thing. But if you hear of a character piece, think quirky. I think that's the safest word to put it. So you've gotten then your list of words. You figured out what kind of part this character that you want to do plays in this world. And then you start hunting. And for me, again, this is the fun part, though I've definitely seen people stress out about this. Please don't stress out about it. If you are stuck, again, use the internet. Go to YouTube, put in the song that character sings in the musical, and let the algorithm start walking you through other options. Perhaps there's a given Broadway actress who sings that song, and there's like a, a legal recording of her, from some show. But then you'll note next down, there's her singing an open, kind of an open mic, a cabaret night somewhere in a New York club, and it's a similar style. I'm like, oh, okay, so that is often how I find songs, is just letting YouTube kind of direct me. And obviously I guide this a bit, that when I see like a particular actor whose voice compels me, I start looking up what else they've done. I've, both like on other websites, not just YouTube. But inevitably you will find something that speaks to you. And so again, just remember then, when you eventually hop forward to where you're walking into your audition room with your music in a binder, you're walking in with something that shows you can play a character of the sort that you want. If that character is a romantic lead, you've got probably a ballad that shows that you are someone we're rooting for, that we want to see fall in love. If you're walking in and the character you want is kind of a neurotic mess, bring in a song that shows that you're a neurotic mess. That is definitely an art, and I am absolutely willing to go back and forth on other issues about that, but generally that is the key to success. Bring in something that is tailored both to the musical and tailored to you. Okay, and I think I'm going to stick my face back over this pot of boiling water, and good luck staying warm, y'all. Bye.